We've had more than 24 hours to absorb the drama from yesterday's primaries in Indiana. And I have to say that Ted Cruz pleasantly surprised all of us. I didn't expect him to drop out of the race, but he did ultimately the right thing. He realized that the writing was on the wall, that there was no conceivable, practical, rational path to victory, and he pulled out for the sake of the Republican Party and for the sake of the conservative movement. We are at a very critical juncture in our history, and more, it looks like we will have a binary option between either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. And I'm encouraged by some of the trends that are occurring even within the Never Trump movement, that many conservatives are also seeing the writing on the wall and realizing that a Hillary Clinton presidency would be absolutely devastating. And they are moving to a new movement, which is anyone but Hillary, anyone but Clinton, ABC. And so I'm encouraged by this development. At the same time, I'm discouraged by another group of individuals, Republican conservatives, that are so tied in with either Ted Cruz or with John Kasich and are so bitterly disappointed with how the American voters have voted that they have committed themselves to supporting and voting for Hillary Clinton. Now, for anyone that is considering voting for Hillary Clinton, I need you to take a breather. I need you to consider what you are about to do. You're about to vote for Hillary Clinton, who is the absolute worst person that you can imagine to be president. I don't want you to just think about this contested political season. I don't want you to just think about this current presidential race. I want you to think 20 or 30 years down the line. I want you to think about your children and about your future and their future, because right now the Supreme Court is split. It's 50-50 split between conservative and liberal ideologies. And with the Hillary Clinton presidency, we could have 4 or 8 years of Hillary Clinton, of absolute liberal, progressive agendas being shoved down our throats on a daily basis. She has the ability and the power to intractably ruin the course of our nation. She can implement further progressive ideals that will not just stay for the next 4 to 8 years. No, my friends. She will have lifetime appointments on the Supreme Court, and she will create, again, an intractable situation where we will have the most extreme liberal, progressive members of our society determining how our laws are interpreted. This is a very critical decision. This is so critical. And honestly, I have to say that any conservative, any Republican that is considering to vote for Hillary Clinton, this is tantamount to treason. This is treason to your political affiliation, number one. But it's also treason to the rest of the nation. Because I can understand the liberals, the diehard liberals, they don't know what they don't know or what they know. They don't know anything. They are lost. But the conservative, the Republican conservatives, so many of us have eyes to see and ears to hear. And knowing what we know and knowing the devastation that Hillary Clinton can impose upon our country, you are still going to consider voting for her? You've really got to take a hard look in the mirror. If you really are that bitterly disappointed about this Republican race, you need to take a look in the mirror and remind yourself that this is not just about this presidential race. This is about the next 20, 30, or 40 years from now. Are you willing to live with the consequences of your decision?